Welcome to St. John's, the capital of Newfoundland and Labrador, and unofficially, Ryan Gosling's favorite vacation location. They say our flag has enough power to make you cry tears of pure joy. Take a look at how fancy it is. We also have the shield-looking thing, which is our provincial symbol. We currently have a population of about 530,376 people in our province, but I'm sure it'll gain 29 other members, preferably in the International Baccalaureate program in the nearby future. Anyway, well, now time to talk about the history of our province. Newfoundland is an English colony. It was first claimed by Sir Humphrey Gilbert in the year 1583. He was on an expedition with 3 other ships, including his own, and had a commission from Queen Elizabeth to sail the ocean and claim lands in her honor and banner. He saw the land, deemed that it was A1, and took it in the name of the British Queen, and thus this became England's first colony in North America. Occasionally, Britain would find themselves having disputes over its title over the land, but that eventually had been resolved in the Treaty of Utrecht in the year 1713. Moving along, it was only up until the 17th century when Britain officially attempted to colonize this area. A man named Sir Francis Bacon and others had created what was known as the Newfoundland Colonization Company. In addition, another human, whose name was John Guy, was sent under the company in the year 1610, carrying a charter from James I. He and 41 other colonists settled in Cupid's Cove, modern-day Cupid's, which was near Conception Bay. As they began to colonize, they started to build things helpless mortals usually build, such as houses, shops, and of course, a fort. An adult fort. 3 years passed, and in 1613 it was announced that the first white baby had been born in this English colony. It must have been quite the celebration. Transition word. There are also enticing physical features present in Newfoundland and Labrador. For example, it has mountain ranges which are part of the Appalachian Mountains, as well as the Long Range Mountains. I can't swim well, but if I had to drown, I would gladly select one of the significant lakes in the province, such as the Grand Lake, Malepeg Lake, and the Red Indian Lake in Newfoundland, and other lakes including the Atikakan, Melville, and the Smallwood Reservoir. Come along and join me for the ride.
Here in the capital, St. John's, there are more musicians, comedians, artists, actors, and writers proportional to the population than anywhere in Canada. We are quickly becoming the cultural center of Canada, with more variations of English than anywhere else in the world due to English, Irish, French, and Aboriginal heritage. Take walks through nature like at the massive Butter Pot Provincial Park. This is one of the most relaxing and peaceful places to go on walks, have picnics, sit by the water, and have fun. The Butter Pot Provincial Park is the most visited park in Newfoundland and Labrador, and is just a short drive from St. John's. In the winter you can ski, and in the warmer seasons you can camp overnight. It's nice here, eh? While you're in St. John's, make sure you visit one of the many old churches and basilicas, like the Basilica of St. John the Baptist. This basilica is the mother church and symbol of Roman Catholicism in Newfoundland. It was built in 1839 and has really great architecture. When it was constructed, it was the largest church building in North America and remains the second largest in Canada, standing at 157 feet tall. There are many statues and monuments all over St. John's that you will see on every corner, like the War Memorial on Water Street, where Humphrey Gilbert founded Newfoundland in 1583, that commemorates the regiment from Newfoundland that fought in World War I. Come learn more about the culture and history of Newfoundland and Labrador at the Rooms Museum in St. John's. The 3-floor museum has fascinating temporary as well as permanent exhibits, and it also contains a provincial archive and art gallery. When you get hungry, make sure you enjoy the wide selection of traditional cuisine from Newfoundland and Labrador. For breakfast, try the Teuton, a traditional pancake made by frying dough in a pan with butter and served with molasses or syrup. For dinner, you could try fish with brews, which is codfish served with hard bread or hard tack, a sort of biscuit, and salted pork fat cut into small pieces and fried. The economy of Newfoundland used to be based on cod, but unfortunately, because of a decline in cod populations, the economy had to change. For the past few decades, the economy changed to be based on iron and oil, but due to the iron mines drying up and the rapid decrease in the price of oil, there have been massive layoffs and lack of work. People could be years without work in sight. The unemployment in Newfoundland and Labrador is the highest in all of Canada. Even though there's a depressed economy, that doesn't mean there's no hope for the region. Newfoundland and Labrador is a great economic opportunity for investors, as there are many citizens ready to work. As you can probably tell, Newfoundland and Labrador is the best region in all of Canada. We are the cultural center, and we have the most beautiful architecture, geography, and places to go. There are endless things to do here. You won't ever want to leave. See you soon!